Don't forget class tonight. And TikTok. Okay, B cell's perking up. Just broke a little inner pivot there. B cell looking good for HFT type trade. Intraday day trade. B cell. Foot Locker making its way up now, huh? That's cool. This was a huge winner in 2021. I bought it at, I think, 12. The bottom of the pandemic. Let me see. 17. Yeah, 17. And it went to 770 roughly. Yeah, that was pretty good. Foot Locker. All right, let's see what's up in pre-market on our hot list. That's always interesting. RBT. EVLV. GRRR. GRR. Meds. Ollie. GCT. Vera. MVST. None of these look good. Clove. RGTI. Qubits. Ambi. Nah, nothing's really looking good on our hot list. So we'll stick to our focus list this morning and see where things go from here. VS is almost fully fading, but that definitely is hot this morning. We're watching JAGX, SECO, B-Cell, and VS primarily. We got our Tupperware swing on. And we're holding TPST and MTNB and a couple of others, AEO. Let's take a look at the market when we've got a few more viewers in there. Good morning. But what I was going to say is that these hot picks, SECO, JAGX, VS, and B-Cell, they are all low-quality penny stocks and low-quality intraday pre-market charts as well. So not too exciting. We thought it might be after yesterday. It was very interesting. Lots of hot picks and lots of hot action going on. And we might get that again today, but not super seeing it. It might come from VS or JAGX. SECO is also a very low float. $2 stock. That could do something. SECO. SECO. All right, let's pull up the market. This morning we had inflation numbers, CPI. That's like, the most important numbers out there other than the Fed. And the initial reaction was negative, although the numbers themselves came in basically in line across the board, if slightly a tinge higher, but it's really just negligible, really. Yet the market pulled down pretty hard. I guess they were hoping for, and they were pre-running for an improvement, a surprise, something good, and it was not. So the market corrected just a little bit and then retraced halfway up and is now pushing down more. It's just probably just stabilizing after the bit of shock. But it's really, it's in line. The data came in line, so it's not that alarming in any way. Today's Thursday. We also got Friday tomorrow before we close out the week. And today, now that we've got the Fed and the CPI behind us, today could move. Which way, we'll see. But at least today could move. And it looks like from that data so far that we're going to fade some today. So we would be rotating out of growth. And looks like everything is deflating across the board, except for industrials, which is pretty typical. They're responding to inflation positively. And financials had a little bit of a drop. But yeah, the Dow and some industrials and energy responded favorably to the inflation numbers. But gold dropped. So gold, no longer the apocalypse asset right now, acting like a growth asset or value asset. Pretty strange. Let me look at defensives. Not a lot of volume on that sector right now, but defensives appear to have been holding. So it looks like it's going to be rotation into defensives and out of growth today. So we'll probably see the Qs fade and be red all day, probably. And, staples holding, if not increasing, or at least more supportive. And energy and industrials doing good on the coattails of the inflation numbers. And so that's pretty much it for the market today, what to expect. And we've got, what do we got? We got 11 minutes until the market opens. And we're watching that JAGX, SECO, BCEL, and VS. SECO starting to blip up a little bit right now. If it can get over 256, it'd be a decent signal for that it's reclaiming 256 on SECO, and then you stop at 209. So that's 40. Okay, too early for this math. 45 cents a risk, something like that. I might have did that right, but I might have did it wrong. Anyway, it's almost like 50 cents a risk. So if your risk unit is $100, you'd get 200 shares. It's at 252. If you can't get over 256, yeah, not really fully reclaimed. OpenGN, too thin. Well, I'll take another look at it because, every time somebody mentions something, because, it's at least pretty much worthwhile taking another look at it. It's not really that thin. It's good, but it just doesn't have the right price action. It doesn't look like it hasn't done anything positive, hasn't done anything trending yet. Even though it went up, it's making now off that blip lower lows and lower highs. So that's not a good sign. All right, everybody. Good morning. Should I get up from bed today? Should I get up from bed today? Yes. Just, so you can get something done. I'd make your bed at minimum. Sometimes when there's nothing to do, those are the best days to do a whole bunch of shit. So, yes, get up. That's when you get ahead. Like Casey Neistat's video where he's talking about how life moves. It's like you're on a backward moving escalator, right? And you're walking and you're not going anywhere because life, costs. And if you're expending as much energy as it costs, you're getting nowhere. But if you get lazy, you go backward. You at least have to keep up. And then from there, to get ahead, you're gonna have to go, more than average. You're gonna have to make a difference. And yeah, you're gonna have to get up. All right, see, the market now moving towards making a lower low. So trending down. On TikTok, that's on the bottom right radar. This one here. And SECO just blipped over that 256, so it's reclaimed now. Stopped at 209. That could be potential entry for, if anybody's interested in something. But of course, you trade it at your own risk. This show is just basically for entertainment purposes and educational purposes. Yeah, LL's up on buyout news, though. So that's just going to get pegged to a price. AMKR, somebody asks about. Yeah, no, that's not worthwhile. AMKR. Probably some better stuff out there. Good morning, RJ. The quality of things that are hot this morning suck, and how hot they are sucks also. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. If you wanted the update, there's a lot of things up, but they all have bad charts. They're all very poor quality. Well, number one, they're very poor quality tickers. They're all like 60 cents, that kind of thing. But number two, the intraday on them this morning is, not hot, except for this B cell. And then VS made a big move. So VS and B cell are interesting. JAGX hasn't really crapped the bed yet, but it can't keep it up. And SECO keeps blipping and fading and blipping and fading. It's like 4 times now, 5 times. I mean, the behavior is clear as day that if you get in and it moves, you should just get all out. No fireworks going on there. The market itself responding poorly to some inflation numbers that were basically in line. And yet it looks like it's going to make a lower low. We're seeing that on the dollar. We're seeing that kind of a confluence on the dollar, on the VIX, and then across the board on SPY and on S&P 500 and growth stocks, NASDAQ. But not in industrials. Industrials are holding up a little bit more supportively because they do tend to react favorably during inflationary times. She should have slept in. See, should have slept in. Yeah, sorta. Maya He. There's a stock called Maya He. No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up, but it is called Maya. Let me take a look at this. Maya Biotechnology. God, that looks terrible. All right, never mind on that one. All right, the market is opening in like 3 minutes here. Why is Oatly a dumpster fire? I mean, have you ever tasted it? Wait, what? I mean, can we start there? I mean, you didn't think Oprah Winfrey was gonna make the stock stay up forever, did you? We got 3 minutes. It is 3 minutes. Joey says, my wife force feeds it to me. Boy, I fucking believe it. Probably like right out of that movie, what was that called? Sixth Sense. Wasn't it Sixth Sense? Yeah. Oh, God. No, thank you. Why do wives like fucking oatmeal? Can you find something better to eat? Like I was not born and gone through and go through everything I go through to eat fucking oatmeal. No, thank you. But we got the big, huge fucking box of oatmeal downstairs. I don't need it. Some of the kids like it, so sometimes she makes it for them. Good for them. That's good. I prefer they like a diverse range of food. Like oatmeal. Jesus. Breakfast of champions. I don't think so. All right, 1 minute, 30 seconds. VS will move down after market open. I would not be playing a short. It's a 3 million float. You don't short low floats unless they've gone parabolic and you know what you're doing, and you can time it. But it's already bleeding out right now. Is it not? Is it on my screen? Let me see. I don't have it up there. Let's put it right here. We're watching VS on my other screens. Like I'm literally watching it right now. So, we would have liked VS, but it doesn't look like it. If it could reclaim 80, what is that, 64 cents or so? Yeah, maybe. Okay, the market's opening in 30 seconds. We got a little bit of a rebound at the bottom before breaking down, so we did not break down on the market yet. It's probably going to happen. I know a lot of growth investors are hot on the market right now, but it's over. We're probably going to crunch next week. All right, let's see what's popping here. Yeah, Seco is just ridiculous. Went all the way back down to the stop, just about 211. We're talking about 209 for a stop. RAD been pushing up. Okay, that's probably another squeeze. All right, well, not as a day trade. It's not hot today. Seco bleeding out. JAGX not moving. VS holding sideways, but not good, looking good. Not looking great. B cell breaking pivot down. Tupperware started to move red. Got bought up off of the open. TPST sideways from pre-market. MTNB down a little bit. The market itself down, then now up in the first 2 minutes of trading. Probably I offended that guy. He probably was, a big oatmeal fan. You probably buy stuff that you love, That's a pretty common theme. So you're in Oatly because you love it. But that's why they call it dumb money. Because it doesn't fucking matter if you love something or not. You need to have a bigger view on it than that. It can help get you a little edge, help you understand what you're doing. But, make sure that it also helps you understand when the shit hits the fan. All right, our holdings are all right. Just trying to see if one of these stocks does something. So far, no. VS, okay, VS is getting close to a reclaim entry at 63 cents. If you can pop 63 cents, then you could stop to 41 cents and you got an entry. It's basically happening. There it is. Boom. That's 63 cents on VS with the stop to 42 cents. So it's about 21 cents of risk. All right. All right, I'm considering cutting our runner Palantir. Let's take a look. The daily. Yeah, I'm cutting it here. Going to take my open profit and close it. Boom. Wait for better times. Take some money off the table. And how about Meta? Meta so strong. Very nice run it went on there. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, but I probably would cut that runner as well. All right, VS, Seco, JAGX, B-Cell, none of them are really happening. And there goes Palantir down. I'm glad I cut it. I'm out. Back and forth at the open here on a lot of growth stocks, but the S&P 500 is dropping, making lower lows, and the VIX is not exactly in confluence yet. So there's a little bit of bullish divergence from the VIX, that there's some strength, but the dollar is. So the dollar is in confluence that we should drop. The dollar's stronger than the VIX. The VIX is a guess. The dollar is a real thing. It's the world, the strength of the U.S. economy on the world stage. It's not a sentiment. It's not puts and calls. So I tend to think today's going to go red so far. But the Q's just made a little bit of a higher high. So sometimes the path is a difficult, complex one. Often it is, even when it's easy, quote unquote. Even when trading is easy, it's still something that is complex, and it's easy but complex. So you still have to have a lot of experience to do well even in good times. With Doge, well, I was kind of disappointed that Elon didn't announce that he was going to hook Doge into Twitter. So I don't know. Seemed like that would have been the right crypto to connect it in. LL is a buyout. This is not going anywhere. LL is a acquisition. It's only up today because it's going to be bought. Oh, we got some movement from MTNB. Halt like skipping. And we know that stock can go crazy. Where's the stats on that? 209 million float. It's got a pretty big float. Yeah, Seco Jagex. VS is now, remember, if it was an entry at 63 cents, you would put your stop at 42 cents, 20 cents of risk. And it pulled back on entry, and yet now it's actually breaking out further. It's at 67 cents now. So that trade's starting to work, but it's only 1-to-1 when it hits 21 cents a gain there, if 21 cents is your risk. So 21 cents plus 63, 84 cents. So at 84 cents, you've made 1-to-1 on your risk reward. And you probably should be taking out little 5% here and there every couple of cents that it goes up. That would just make sense. Ba-dum-dum. Well, all right. Semi-boring open. We're going to leave it there. Let's move back into the group. We're on it. It is what it is. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. All right, see you guys back in the group. Have a good morning, everybody. Don't forget to click the link in the